What's good, everyone? It's MJO23Dan back with another video. Today's video, I want to get to a release that's coming out on February 8th, and it is the Reverse Bred, or the Flight Suit, or the High 85 Air Jordan 1. Alright, so this sneaker is limited. It is limited to 23,000 pairs around the world. And one thing that I noticed about the shoe is that there is no stamping of any sort except for, what we know here with the born on date for this type of, it's the original new beginnings, I guess you would say, shape of the Air Jordan 1. But there was no indication of numbered of 1 from 23,000 pairs. So what I did see, and this is how it comes packaged, it comes in a suede-like bag with Nike Air on the bag itself. And so when you pull out the shoe, it comes wrapped in paper. Just like, like your sandwich when you go to the deli and you get a sandwich and it comes like that. But anyways, on the left shoe specifically, the bag that carried the left shoe, this is the number that you get. So on the bag itself, mine is 18,609 of 23,000. So this is the only indication that the shoes come numbered, or the bags come numbered. And nowhere else, not even on the other bag, has that. So if you were really trying to figure out like what number pair you have, the indication is going to be on the suede dust bag itself. So I thought that was rather depressing, because you want to be able to understand that this is a limited shoe and it should be stamped within the shoe. Like, they've done it with the satin ones, they've done it with the few collabs between like Trophy Room and Jordan Brand, where they stitched it in. So I'm not entirely sure why they didn't put that in the shoes itself. So that's another gripe that I have with it. It opens the door, so to speak, of whether there will be more than 23,000 pairs out there made, or just a way for factories and whatnot to keep creating this shoe without any indication that it is limited. So as far as that's concerned, there are other issues, and I'll go over in this video, but let me go ahead and show you the details of the box. So it is the Fearless type box, red box. Here's the details of the label. Again, this one is scheduled to release on February 8th for $200. This is the Air Jordan 1 High 85. Style number is BQ4422 and color code 600. Varsity red, black, and varsity red. Now you'll do notice on the box that there is no retail price on there, is because I have an international pair. And I'll share with you guys what the difference is. Really not too much of an international pair versus the US base pair. So really the only difference to it is there is no US size tag in the shoe, and you'll also get this type of international style looking sticker right above that sticker, but everything else is pretty much the same. So you guys know that I have the New Beginnings Air Jordan 1, and I'm gonna go ahead and compare that in this video as well. But I really just wanted to just go over my initial thoughts about the shoe when I received it. Again, the Reverse Bred Air Jordan 1. So this shoe actually never existed. The only time that you ever saw this shoe was in the Just for Kicks documentary of 2005. And so there were people that still didn't know the history of the Air Jordan 1, whether the shoe was actually banned or not. Of course, we know that the Airship is the one that actually got banned in the preseason of 1984. And so the Just for Kicks documentary had to cook something up. So they actually photoshopped something of a black and red Air Jordan 1 and they put it on the feet of Michael Jordan. So that is the concoction that we get here. It's actually not a shoe, not a colorway that Michael Jordan wore. As you guys know, the black and red combo that he wore in the 1985 Slam Dunk competition and outside of NBA competition is what had released. But these never has released. So this is the first time that we're getting this colorway, and they threw it into the shape of the New Beginnings. So overall, I feel like, you know, the difference between the New Beginnings from the pack and this one, it's similar, but they're different shoes. I feel like I feel like the leather is all the same except for like these mid panels here. And again, I'm gonna go over and do a comparison in detail a little, but then I get like this part of the toe, and you guys can see like there's some warping in it, as well as on the back of one of the shoes. You guys can see right here. So like those instances, I felt like I was a little bit cheated on, but that's probably a quality and craftsmanship issue from the brand, from the factory. But I think you guys will see in a bit like how it looks compared to maybe even the OG as well as the New Beginnings. So let's get started with that. Alright guys, here we go with the box again. It is the Fearless type box, red font all the way around. Paper on the inside. You got the wings, you got the Jumpman, and Jordan's number 23. One stamp on the inside of the lid. And the YCM sticker on the inside of the box. These are the bags that come with the shoes. This is the one that came with the left shoe and the one that came with the right shoe. So they're suede-like dust bags, Nike Air branded. Feel like this is a vinyl print. You'll notice the registered R's at the top of the E and at the bottom of the N. As indicated earlier, this is the only way you can tell if it's numbered, and it's only on one of the dust bags. Here's the drawstring of how it looks like. Hang tag is the same as the New Beginnings. And you know, one thing about this hang tag is that I learned that these were originally printed on linotype machines, which are basically old school printing machines that line for line were typed out and used in die cast material or alloy material. And you take those alloy materials and you put them on paper like this, and they're pressed onto the paper. So this was way before computers. You know, they had to, again, use what's called a linotype machine to actually print out all of this. So now they do it all digitally, and thank goodness for that. But again, like I went over in the New Beginnings video, really everything, all the fonts, all different except for the Nike Air sole system. The original said the Nike Air wedge system. Alright, and here you go with the shoes. So there's one and there's two. Let's go on with the left shoe. Attached are black laces rolled up, and then it comes with red laces. Black tongue, red Nike Air font, black toe, red and black hits all over the shoe. The Air Jordan, just like the New Beginnings, is embossed. The texture of the sidewall of the Air Jordan 1 has been digitally recreated. Back then, they had to do this by hand. You see that the swoosh is pretty similar to what it is on the New Beginnings Air Jordan 1. Fatter swoosh, and they try to get it as close to the 1985 as they could. And then here at the bottom, you can see they separated the Nike from the swoosh just a little bit to get it closer to the 1985. One thing I do want to note is with 1985 Air Jordan 1s, for example, this one right here, they're not all the same. So they're made in different factories, right? So this one specifically is made in the TY factory, the Tongyang factory. There's also TH, there's BY. So you're going to get different shapes from different OGs. So this one has a little bit more of a rounded out toe. When you compare it to the Air Jordan 185, you're not going to get that much roundness of a toe. So even though they've said that they've, really looked at every inch of the Air Jordan 1, there are different factories, different shapes of the original that exist out there. So you might get a slightly rounded out cut of the collar, whereas other ones like this one, it does have like a little bit of a dip in it. So that's that. And also the type of wings on there, you'll see that on the, I guess we'll say the Reverse Bred Air Jordan 1s, it's embossed on there, whereas on the OG, it's stamped. They're really paying attention to the details, but I feel like it's only within their parameters or what they have in their archives, or what the personal pairs of the designers possibly have, or just maybe reaching out to different collectors that might have something. But I think if you're going to look at recreating the Air Jordan 1, you have to look at all different aspects of the different factories. So I feel like with this installation that they used, they tried to make one uniform Air Jordan 1 shape, and that's what we see here. So even as far as like going with the thickness of the leather cuts with the Air Jordan 1 in comparison to what we get with the original, I felt like that was true, that they did that. The only thing that is not true is the collars. So even though you'll see a lot of OGs, like they start cracking and fading and peeling and stuff like that, the collars here again were painted foam. So you'll see that on the newer Air Jordan 1s, and previous retros, they use leather panels here. So it's not going to crack on you just like it did on the 1985 version. When we're comparing with the New Beginnings, so here we have the New Beginnings pair. I felt like the leather of the New Beginnings versus the Reverse Breds was slightly better. Like this is the better installation of that New Beginnings cut versus this one. So this one I felt like is a little bit more true to the 85. It's got more of the straighter back on it in comparison to the Reverse Breds. So I'm not sure if you can exactly tell here in the video, but the New Beginnings is a lot straighter on the back than it is on this one. This curves up just a little bit, just slightly here at the collar or the heel of the Reverse Bred Air Jordan 1s. The Air Jordan logos are the same. They actually went higher on the New Beginning stitch right there at the swoosh than they did at the Reverse Bred Air Jordan 1s. And then with that piece that I was talking about earlier in the video, where that warping is right here by the toe, I didn't see that on the New Beginnings Air Jordan 1, and it actually feels a little bit smoother and softer compared to the Reverse Bred 1s. So again, these white panels, they felt a little bit softer and smoother in comparison to the black panels here. Backs are pretty much the same, just because like this one came unlaced, whereas mine came laced with the New Beginnings. So there is a cleaner line right here on the Reverse Bred Jordan 1s, and then there's a little bit more of a jagged edge here on the New Beginnings. They actually use the same stamp or the sticker on the inside of the shoe. So what you got on the New Beginnings, or what you'll be getting on the New Beginnings, is the same sticker that I shared on the video previously. So this sticker is the same as the New Beginnings. When you take out the insole, here's what the insole looks like. Got a thick polyurethane type insole. Again, just the same as the New Beginnings. And then the shoe overall is board lasted, so you'll see it's got the hard bottom in there. As far as the size tag, this is what it's gonna look like. And I didn't show you the one for the New Beginnings because it's all sampled up, so I don't know if I want to share that tag information, but if I do get another pack, I will share that. Hey guys, real quick before I let you go, one thing I do want to note about the leather quality is that it's different from what you guys are all accustomed to. It's going to be a different leather. So it's one of those things that are not going to be soft right out the box. You definitely have to wear them if you want to break them in. So it is a thicker leather. Again, keep that in mind. You guys are not going to be used to it at first. A lot of you guys will probably say that it's plastic. But I feel like the more that you wear it, the more that it'll crease up, it'll soften up, you guys will enjoy it. Also, go with your true size. So if you are a size 10 in Air Jordan 1s, go with a size 10. There's not too much difference with the shape, even though the straight back and then, you know, a little bit of a slant to the toe, not too much. But the fit overall, you guys, the step-in comfort and everything, along with the insole, you guys will really appreciate. So, alright guys, so that is your review of the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Reverse Bred 1s, or the flight suits. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about the shoe. Is it something that you're going to go after? Like, what are your feelings about it after I've discussed all of the, I guess, important details of the shoe? We all know that it's going to be really tough to get this pair if you guys want. $200. Is it a price point that is fair? Jordan Brand is also finally remastering their shoes when they were supposed to tell us that they were really going to be doing that in 2015, but I guess things are looking up and they're going to pay a little bit more, maybe a lot more attention to detail when it comes to retroing their shoes. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, feel free to do so. Also subscribe to me here on YouTube for more videos. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.